Hi everyone, I'm going live. We are going to talk about what a midwife carries with her. I'm outside my yard because it's beautiful, and everything I carry with me is in my, I don't know how to turn this. Oh yes I do. It's in my midwife mobile. My all carrying Super Forester. If you see this bad boy on the road, it's me. So let's talk about what we carry. Well, we carry lots of things in our prenatal bag, right? So we have to have, this is just for like any visit when I go, because home births, sometimes the midwives, I know myself, I do a lot of home visits. So I have to carry everything in my bag. So all the blood work that I'm going to have, let's see if I can turn this. Yes, I can. So I carry all my blood tubes, my urine tubes, gloves, all of that is in here. The needles and all of the Vacutainer tubes, all that fun stuff is going to be in here. I also have to be able to do fundal heights at every visit. So I'm measuring your belly, making sure it's growing well. My favorite thing that I like to use is my fetoscope, tangled in my measuring tape. But the fetoscope is a great old school technique, a way that midwives listen to baby's heart tones. A lot of times we try to avoid the Doppler if possible, so we will use the fetoscope. But the fetoscope we really cannot introduce until mom is about 22 to 24 weeks, and it's not usually used in labor, so we always carry the Doppler as well, just in case. So we have that. I also have Doppler gel, although I will say I prefer to use coconut oil over the gel. I just feel, look at that sun. I need to get one of these things. Oh, look, such a better angle this way. The lighting's much better. So we have the fetoscope. Oh, another thing I like is my blood pressure cuff. So at every visit, I'm checking mom's blood pressure, making sure she's doing well. I use the automated one. I don't know if that's what it's called. But the old cuff, I have it. I like this better because I feel like if the mom's underweight, overweight, middleweight, this goes for almost all moms. Whereas the cuff should really fit the arm better. If not, you can get a false reading. So I tend to use the electronic one. And then I have to carry urine strips. I check your urine at every visit. And then I have, same thing, I listen to baby when baby's arrived and we're checking on baby. So now let's go to the good stuff, the birth bag, right? What do we have in our birth bag? So I think one thing to really be aware of is that midwives, not only do we do, like, obviously we're taking care of the mom during the pregnancy, making sure her and baby are doing good, vitals are good, blood work looks good. But when birth comes, we are there from active labor until baby arrives and after. So we're doing the role of a nurse. We're doing the role of a midwife. We're doing the role of a pediatrician, because when that baby first comes out, there's no NICU doctor there. It's us. So we have to make sure baby's breathing well and doing the transition as it should be. And if there's any signs that something's wrong with baby, we need to be able to pick that up. So we do have to carry a lot of equipment so that all goes smoothly, right? So we have our oxygen tank, and we have on this side all the, ambu bag and resuscitation equipment for mom and for baby, the masks, all that good stuff. I carry extra scrubs. I learned that from my partner, Sandy. I have this really amazing, and it's stuck in there, so I can't get it out, but it's this amazing birth stool. A birth stool is almost like a traveling toilet. So it looks like a U, but obviously fancier and made of really nice wood. Some other things that the midwife will carry to the home birth, and these are just, I set it up like little birth kits, but every midwife is different. So I'm going to carry my chucks. I want to make sure I always have a Depends for every mom. We have the HIPAA so we can clean our equipment, but then obviously it's going to go into a sterilization, what do we call it, an autoclave, to sterilize the equipment as well. We have the bulb syringe, which we rarely use. And we have the nice cold pack on your vagina, which is awesome. We have the peri bottle. So we're going to be giving you, oh, there's my sterile gloves. I have my non-sterile gloves. I have my Deli. I have, so all this equipment and we have to have one for every single client of ours, right? So fresh, obviously, a fresh bag for everyone. So I make a birth kit. So this little Tupperware is for one birth, and then down there is another birth, and then I just keep refilling after every birth so I can make sure that all my moms get all the same love. Let's see if I can close this. So of course, no, I can't. Can I close it? And then I have extra stuff like extra Depends, extra Chucks, all that good stuff. Oh, I have my tub. I always come with a portable tub for my moms who like to do water birth because that's super helpful for a woman in labor. There's the pump, so everybody, like mostly the dads, will say stuff like, how do I get the water out of the tub? Well, this is not our first time at the rodeo. We know how to do that, and we come with equipment, and that's one of them. So let's talk about what is in my actual birth bag, which is what I call my Lucas bag. All right, this one, give me a second. Let's see if I can prepare this well. I think I can. Hey, so I'm going to take this bag down. The one thing I hate when I'm doing home birth is this is heavy, and I'm getting old, and I'm tired, and I have to carry all of this. So I have to carry this birth bag, right? I have to carry the box that you saw, the tub. Oops, rotate your phone. Rotate your phone. Okay, well, fine. I have to carry the tub. I have to carry the pump. I have to carry the O2 tanks. I have to carry the pump. So it's so much equipment you have to carry. Just think about everything that you would see like in a birth center. I have to carry on the go, which is why most of it stays in my car permanently. So let's talk about in the birth bag now. Hey, how are you? So in my birth bag, I have, another thing I didn't show you. Midwives use a lot of herbs and homeopaths. So that's what we're trained in. And honestly, if it becomes where you need more like antibiotics, besides antibiotics in labor, which we carry and administer, and we also carry Pitocin for any postpartum issues. Other than that, if there's drugs needed, then typically we're going to send you over to like a nurse midwife or an OB that we have a relationship with that will be able to prescribe that for you. So outside of the antibiotics with like a GBS positive mom, or IV fluids for dehydration, or again the PIT, I really shouldn't be giving you drugs because maybe something else is going on, and that's when midwives refer out. So we don't try to do things outside of our scope. We try to keep it all within our scope. But our herbs and our homeopaths are so extremely helpful that many times we don't ever have to send our moms for antibiotics because of that. Even GBS, a lot of moms think if they have GBS there's nothing they can do. Well, actually there's lots of natural remedies that you can do to make it go away. Plenty of moms. Oh, this is my favorite bag. Look, you see all my herbs and my homeopaths? And, let's not forget essential oils, because those are my favorite as well. So this is what I call my emergency. It's red for emergency. So if I need like certain herbs, because I have something, high blood pressure, whatever it is, I'm going to send my assistant or myself into this bag and get the goods. And I love essential oils as well. Essential oils are just like amazing for your mood, for discomforts, for ailments, like for a lot of things. Always try natural first, and then if you can't, fine, but if you didn't try it, how would you know? So I always carry that. That's one of my main things. I have my Sani wipes, right? Want to make sure we're wiping things down, the same ones that they use at hospitals. I also have a sharps container, so needles, syringes, anything like that, all the sharps are going in here. And then we have to have a company that comes and disposes it for us. So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that midwives do that nobody really takes into consideration. That's why we kind of are doing a lot of work even when we're not with you. Hey, kid.
Hi, Mom.
And then I have the newborn exam. So like I said, we also do the job of like whether it's a baby nurse or the NICU doctor, we're monitoring baby once baby comes out to make sure that the transition is good. Baby's breathing well, heart tones are good, no signs that anything is going wrong and that maybe we need to take it somewhere else. So again, the midwife is playing the nurse, the midwife, and the baby doctor role. That's why when we do like 2 births in a row, it seems like, oh geez, 2 babies. Yeah, 2 babies. So think of it like 4 shifts jumped into, 2 days. It's tiring. But we love what we do, and that's why we keep doing it. I have my herbs, and then I have my syringes and suturing. So if you don't know, I am a midwife who loves to suture. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to get you into a situation where you would tear on purpose. But if you tear, feel comfortable knowing I have my equipment, all my suturing stuff, so I can suture you up, and it's one of the things that I enjoy. So we carry that with us, and and then of course our IV fluids. I got lots of fluids. I have, now I gotta put everything back. A heating pad so we can keep baby warm if we need to, although skin to skin is always going to be our best way of doing that. Sometimes though, when we're doing the newborn exam, the baby's not on mom, so then we'll have the heating pad down and then we'll put baby on top. And then here's my antibiotics and my stuff for the IV fluids. Sandy my partner loves doing IV fluids. I like to suture, she likes to do IVs. We balance each other out. And then if the baby has, let's say there's meconium in the water, another thing everybody's like, blah. Okay, so there's meconium in the water. Somebody is complaining of sutures. Well, yes, they're not fun, but I do enjoy doing it. And then afterwards, the vagina thanks me. So this is the DeLee. The DeLee is where, let's say we have some meconium or even just fluids in general that we need to kind of suck out, that's getting trapped. So we use this device. When you're at a hospital, they have it, but it's attached to a wall, and it's like an automatic suction, where this one, we're doing it ourselves. We're like we're the automatic suction. So, we're trained. We carry equipment. This equipment has to be updated. Sometimes I don't use this. The goal is to not use these emergency equipment, but then what happens is we have to throw it out because it's expired and then get it again. So there's a lot of maintenance that goes on behind closed doors, and just love your midwife. We love you guys. And another thing with home birth midwives, we're doing all of this stuff usually ourselves. We don't have like a big team. We try to make our prices affordable for families and reasonable and realistic, and so we tend to do like accounting and advertising and upkeep and cleaning and all of that stuff ourselves. So sometimes we have to we have to sleep. And then let's not forget, I have kids. I have a lot of kids. I have 5. That in itself is exhausting. So if we have to reschedule or something like that, we will do it for you. If it is your labor, we will do it for you. And we really try not to do it often, but sometimes I can't keep my eyes open anymore, and so it happens. But that's kind of it. That's what we carry. Trying to think if I missed anything. You think I missed anything?
Did you do top pockets?
What's in my top pockets? Let's see. Yeah, that's my suturing equipment. My fluids. This is the good stuff. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed it. Share. I'm going to actually post it. So I have a YouTube channel. I don't know if you know. And I can put these videos on my YouTube channel, and then I can share it. So share away, and then I'll share it once I put on my YouTube channel, and we'll see. I don't know why I do these things. I'm hoping to educate more people and normalize midwives and home births and birthing centers and just out of hospital births. So thank you. Y'all, thank you. Have a good one. Bye.